Let's learn about costume. The groom's costume consists of the half skirt, the top, and costume decorations. For the bride, there's the skirt, the top, the veil, and costume decorations. The costume doesn't require X-stitch single crochet. Regular single crochet will do. First, let's learn about the groom's half skirt. Get the required yarn and start with the foundation chain. The sample has fewer stitches here. After that, slip stitch to the first chain to form a round. Note, don't twist the chain. Then chain 1. Pick the back bump of the chains, and correspondingly make single crochets. Complete with a slip stitch. Round 1 is complete. For round 2, work a round of single crochets evenly. I won't demonstrate this. Continue with round 3. Switch the yarn first. Leave a tail and fasten off the original yarn. Take the new one. Make a loose knot. Join the yarn at the point of the slip stitch from the previous round. That's how you join the yarn. Refer to this demonstration for all subsequent joining points. Continue with round 3. Work 3 chains, which count as 1 stitch. To replace 1 double crochet, corresponding to a stitch below. Then, take 1 DC2 in 1 and 2 double crochets as a group. Repeat it. The DC2 in 1 is working 2 double crochets into the same stitch. Next, follow the chart to complete this round. After completing, at the top chain of the beginning chain, work 1 slip stitch. Round 3 is complete. Continue following the chart. Note that the 3ch are all replacing 1 double crochet corresponding to 1 stitch. Let's look at the actual project. The crochet method for the groom's half skirt is relatively simple up to round 16. For round 17, FL0 means working in the front loop only. After completing, fasten off and hide the tail on the back of the fabric. After finishing this round, the back loops of the stitches in round 16 remain. After switching yarn, begin round 18 in the back loops of round 16. And keep working. For round 21, continue to crochet in the front loops, and fasten off the yarn. Round 22 is worked in the back loops of round 20, and finish the remaining rounds. After completing, work a round of slip stitches using gold thread in the chain ring and round 2. Next, I'll demonstrate the method using a sample. Crocheting in the front loop only involves working the corresponding stitches by picking the front loop of the stitch directly at the first stitch of the round. Where is the beginning chain? There is no front loop. Locate the top chain of it. Pick the left single strand like this, which serves as the front loop. Work 1 single crochet. Continue to crochet in the front loops of the stitches. Take a look. There is a remaining strand behind. That is the back loop of the stitch. To hide the tail, fasten off the yarn and thread it onto a needle. Tuck it along the texture on the back. This way, it doesn't affect the appearance on the front. Hiding the tails for the decorations can all refer to this demonstration. The method for slipping stitch with gold thread is, make a loose knot. Hook out at the desired position, preferably where a slip stitch is made. Then insert into the next stitch. Draw the yarn through. Don't pull it tight. Continue to crochet the gold thread one stitch to another. This creates decorative braids on the surface. Continue to crochet the entire round. Then enlarge the loop. Cut the yarn and thread it onto the needle. Insert it into the last entry position. And hide the tail. That completes the gold thread slip stitch. Next, we'll learn about the groom's top. Start with a foundation chain. After that, pick the back bump from second chain from the hook and work single crochets. Row 1 is complete. This row will be the front of the piece. Continue with row 2. 1 chain. Turn over. 11 single crochets. One SC 2 in 1. 1 single crochet. 1 SC 3 in 1. Working 3 single crochets into the same stitch. The SC 3 in 1 is completed. Then refer to the chart and complete this row. Continue with row 3. Join the yarn at the last stitch. Then follow the chart to crochet. The joining tail can be placed above the hook and woven it in the back of the piece. Continue following the chart to complete this row. Move on to row 4. 3 chains. Turn over. Work 9 double crochets. Five chains. K13 means skip 13 stitches. Start working 13 double crochets from the next stitch. Then work 5 chains. Skip 13 stitches. 10 double crochets. That completes row 4. Move on to row 5. Starts with 2 chains. Note: here 2ch in the chart do not count as a stitch. So when you turn the work, these 2 chains do not occupy a stitch. Skip 1 stitch. Start working 8 double crochets from the second stitch. DC2 tog is to work 2 incomplete double crochets first. Yarn over. Draw the yarn through. Pass through the first 2 loops on the hook. The incomplete double crochet is completed. Work another one. Here we pick one strand of the chain to crochet. Now we have worked 2 incomplete double crochets. 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over and draw through all loops at once. The DC2 tog is now completed. Continue with 3 double crochets. Look at this small hole. This is the armhole. Continue following the chart. Note that the following 2ch do not count as a stitch. You'll also encounter DC3 tog later. Here I'll use this sample to demonstrate the crochet method. First work 3 incomplete double crochets. Then yarn over and draw through all loops at once. The DC3 tog is now completed. After you finish crocheting the body on the foundation chain, which is the entry position of the first row, and on the stitches of row 2, use the gold thread to slip stitch. Then join the yarn and crochet the hem. Note that you need to draw out the yarn here, since a longer piece is needed. Draw it out strand by strand. After completing the hem, continue to crochet the sleeves around the armholes. The crochet method for both sleeves is simple. Now I'll demonstrate where to join the yarn. Start with the left sleeve. The left and right here refer to when the garment is worn. Find row 4 of the body. The middle of 5 chains. Or the middle of 3 double crochets. After joining the yarn, chain 3 as a beginning chain. 2 double crochets. Three double crochets on the edge of double crochets. Three double crochets in the stitches. 4 half double crochets. 5 single crochets and 1/2 double crochet. When you reach the side, continue picking the edge of double crochets. Work 3 half double crochets. Then 2 double crochets in the chains. Slip stitch to finish the round. Round 1 of the left sleeve is complete. Look at the actual project. Both the left and right sleeves are crocheted around the armhole. These are 2 symmetrical parts. Just crochet following the chart. Finally, you need to draw out 2 strands for the cuff edging. And work slip stitches in round 17 and round 19 with gold thread. Finally, sew a ribbon onto the neckline. Then put it on the body and sew it together with the half skirt. Moreover, make decorations. I'll continue using this sample to demonstrate. Draw out 1 strand of yarn for the neckline and thread it onto the needle. Hide the tail on the back. Take out the ribbon. Align it and sew it onto the neckline. The length of the ribbon can be slightly longer than the neckline. The part of the ribbon that shows should be wide. Sew it like this in and out with mattress stitch. After sewing, trim the excess. The ribbon is now sewn on. Let's look at the actual project. The ribbon on the right of the top is placed over the left. You can refer to the actual project to neaten it. Then secure it by sewing a few stitches. Take out the half skirt next, which should be placed over the top. Continue to sew and secure the half skirt to the top. After that, at the waistband, sew on 10 small purls on the first round. Note to leave the middle where row 1 meets row 2 unsewn. Sew the rest evenly. The method is simple, so I won't demonstrate it. Now the half skirt and top are assembled. Next, let's learn about the groom's decorations. Take the scroll braid trim and place it in the desired position. Here, I'll use a sample for demonstration. Try to sew along the edge of the garment. Reserve a small section at the front. Take the yarn of the fabric. Draw out one strand. This is where we first switch yarn for the half skirt. Secure it with mattress stitch like this. The spacing can be slightly large. On the surface, only secure one curve. Sew the entire round. Here, this is a demonstration sample, so I'll secure it at the end directly. After sewing, trim the excess trim. Then use hot glue or alcohol glue to stick it. Press firmly. Then cut off the excess. The scroll braid trim is securely attached. Now let me demonstrate with the actual project. The method for securing the decorations on the skirt hem. Take the gold thread and thread it onto a beading needle. Leave it a bit longer here. Start sewing from the side. Sew from the inside out. String on one gold bead, one large pearl, one gold bead. Insert the needle skipping 4 to 5 stitches, then skip another 4 to 5 and come out. Continue stringing on 3 beads. It is always 2 gold beads with 1 pearl in between. Repeat this process. Finish stringing one round of the hem. If, when completed, the spacing between the first and last groups of beads is larger, adjust the number of stitches between the groups. After that, tidy up this round to give the hem a wavy shape. Then tie to secure it. Cut the thread and hide the tail. The decorations for the hem are complete. Next, make the waist decoration. Take a metal flower like this. Notice the back has securing clasps. Sew beads onto these 4 clasps below. Take 2 sewing threads. Thread them into the beading needle. String a water drop bead. Then fold the threads in half. Continue threading the beading needle. Then add 1 gold bead. The tip of the needle is quite sharp. Be mindful. 1 red bead. 1 gold bead. 2 seed beads. 1 blue bead. 1 large pearl. 1 blue bead. Then divide the threads into 2 strands. Continue stringing beads on both sides. Followed by 6 seed beads. Thread and tie a knot on the middle clasp. Then continue to string 1 pearl. One blue bead, 4 seed beads. 1 blue bead, 1 pearl. Tie and secure on the edge clasp. Then go back through. And trim the excess tail. String the beads on the other side in the same way. After stringing, take the half skirt yarn to sew this decoration just below the waistband. Secure it well. I won't demonstrate that. That concludes the waist decoration. At the neckline on the back of the top. Also need to sew on a small metal applique. Use the neckline yarn. Draw out one strand and fold it in half. Sew securely. I won't demonstrate that. That concludes the groom's costume. Here, let me explain how to wear it. First, raise the arms. Put the garment on from top to bottom. Then tidy up, and it's on. Next, let's learn about the bride's dress. Let's look at the chart. For the first 6 rows, crochet following the chart. Afterward, start crocheting in rounds. Note that you'll encounter curly brackets later, which serve the same purpose as parentheses. They both indicate a group of stitches. Don't forget that square brackets mean to crochet in the same stitch. Everyone refer to the chart and crochet. Finally, slip stitch 1 row using gold thread at the foundation chain. Finally, in the part of working in rows, using a thin needle and the dress yarn, sew on the snap fasteners. Snap fasteners consist of a female part and a male part. Note the sew the raised male part onto the dress tab. Sew the female part in the corresponding position. That concludes the bride's dress. Next, let's learn about the bride's top. The crochet method is almost identical to the groom's top. For the bride's top, after completing the body part, the edging is crocheted around the edges of the body. After completing it, leave a long tail and fasten off. Here, the tail should be a bit longer than the circumference of the body. Then, at intervals of about 3 stitches, string a gold bead, stringing them evenly at the entry position for the edging. Note that when you reach the back of the neck, sew on a metal applique. The left and right sleeves correspond to the left and right when wearing. After the final round of the cuffs is completed, leave a long tail and string gold beads evenly around them. That concludes the bride's top. Next, let's learn how to make the veil. Start with a magic ring. Crochet in rounds counterclockwise. Start with round 1. After completing the magic ring, chain 3. Continue by crocheting 3 double crochets into the ring. 4 chains. Continue with 4 double crochets and 4 chains. Work these stitches as a group for 2 times. When you can't crochet anymore, you can move the piece and continue crocheting. For the last 4 chains, crochet the first 2. Once done, close the ring. Then work 1/2 double crochet in the beginning chain. Round 1 is complete. Continue with round 2. Chain 3. Work 2 chains. Then work 1 double crochet and 2 chains on the next stitch. These 2 chains correspond to the 2 stitches below. And we consider these 3 stitches as 1 square. Crochet another square. That's 1 double crochet and 2 chains. After that, there is a 4 chain space. Work 1 double crochet, 4 chains, 1 double crochet, and 2 chains into it. Then crochet 2 more squares. Finish the round following the chart. Note that after the last double crochet, chain 2. Work a half double crochet in the beginning chain. Round 2 is complete. For round 3, the crochet method is largely the same as round 2, except some chains are replaced with double crochets. In round 4, crochet squares on the squares, double crochets on the double crochets from round 3. The round 5 is similar to round 3, but work decreases on the double crochets. I'll demonstrate round 5. First, crochet 1 beginning chain, 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet in the stitch. Then crochet 3 chains. Work a DC4 tog. First, make 4 incomplete double crochets in the stitches. Then yarn over and draw through all loops at once. That's the DC4 tog. Crochet 3 chains. The rest is almost the same as round 3. Everyone, refer to the chart and complete this round. Let's take a look. Starting from round 4. Work squares in the middle of each side. For the corners, work a sequence of round 4 and round 5. Repeat the pattern, starting from the odd rounds of round 5. For every 2 rounds added, increase 4 squares on each side. You can also refer to the effect of the actual project. The pattern is quite clear. Note: the last round differs from the previous pattern. In this round, after completing the DC4 tog, continue to crochet the squares, refer to the pattern and the chart, crochet all the way to the required number of rounds. The crochet method for round 24 is different. Let me demonstrate it. Chain 1 to start. Work a single crochet, 3 chains. Work a single crochet in the stitch, 3 chains. Work a single crochet and 3 chains in the 3 chain space. Work the pattern like this, single crochet 1, each in the stitch, and in the 3 chain space, with 3 chains between single crochets. Follow the pattern to the corner. Also single crochet 1 in the 4 chain space here. Next, refer to the chart and pattern to complete this round. Finish with a slip stitch. Round 24 is completed. Continue to crochet round 25. Start with 3 chains. Work a DC3 tog. Here, skip the left chain space. Pick and sequence the stitch, the chain space and the stitch. Then crochet a CH3 picket. First, chain 3. Then pick up the strands in front. Slip stitch. A picket is now completed. Continue to crochet 3 chains. Then, in the next single crochet, work a loose slip stitch. Take the completed stitches as a group. Repeat it. Mind at the corner crochet 5 chains. And the insertion positions for the DC3 tog are 2 chains and the middle single crochet. Refer to the chart to complete this round. After completing, slip stitch to the first stitch of the previous round. Round 25 is now complete. Do not cut the yarn after finishing. Look at the actual project. Leave a tail longer than the circumference of the veil. Thread the beading needle. String the beads along round 24. Notice that on one side, there are gold beads and small pearls, alternately, one after the other. At the corner, string 1 gold bead and a pearl water drop bead. Then string back to the gold bead. Make sure to pull the thread taut. The thread needs to pass through the piece. After stringing, hide the tail on the back. That completes the veil. Next, we'll make the bride's corsage. The method is almost identical to the groom's waist decoration. Here, we'll string beads on both sides clasps. The specific number of beads will be indicated on the chart. Let's go over the order of beading. For the middle water drop bead, take 2 strands of thread. Combine them and string all the way up to the top blue bead. Then divide into 2 strands for the seed beads on each side. Take another strand of thread for the water drop beads on both sides. Combine it with the seed bead thread and string upwards. After beading, secure each side to the clasps. Once the decoration is done, take the dress yarn to attach it at the upper front of the dress. That concludes the bride's costume. Next, let's learn about the groom's decorations. Take the sewing thread and string the gold beads and large pearls alternately to make a hairband. The length should be slightly larger than the bun. Then tie off and hide the tails inside the beads. Continue making the headwear. Take the hair yarn. Draw out 1 strand. Get this metal applique. Note that it has a front and back. In the small holes at the bottom, besides the 2 at the ends, Sew on red water drop beads in order. After completing, bend the metal applique to create an arc. Place it on the bun. Sew it on at the positions of the small holes on both ends. Sew the gemstone on the front of the bun. Make sure the pointed end faces downward. Place the hairband around the bun. Sew and secure it in place. That concludes the groom's accessories. Next, let's learn about the bride's accessories. Take the sewing thread and make the necklace in order. After tying a knot, hide the tail inside the beads. The earrings on both sides are made by stringing the water drop bead with the sewing thread, then combining them to string the gold bead and small pearl upwards. Afterward, sew them onto the ears. The 2 bead strings on the hairpiece are made with one end fixed. Then string the beads to the other end and secure it. Hide the tail inside the beads. For the outer bead strings, refer to the previous demonstration. String the beads from bottom to top. Secure it to the hook on the hairpiece. Then take the pearl half beads and gemstone half bead. Stick them onto the matching positions on the hairpiece using alcohol glue. After completing the entire hairpiece, use the bun yarn to secure the clasps underneath. Be sure to sew securely the middle and the bottom of the hairpiece. Now look at the flowers on both sides. You can pick up a strand of the bun and tie off. Then thread a gold flower. Follow with a gold bead. Go back through, and then thread the flower on the other side. The making method for the back beaded flowers refers to the previous demonstration. Sew it onto the middle of the bun. Finally, make the ribbon. Cut about 60 centimeters of red ribbon and set it aside. Get out the ribbon clamp. And also the teardrop pearl. Use pliers to open the loop of the pearl. Thread it onto the top of the clamp. Close it. Place the clamp on one end of the ribbon. Secure it with pliers. The ribbon clamp used in this sample is smaller. Adjust according to your actual needs. Make the other side in the same way. Now the ribbon is complete. That concludes the bride's accessories. Up to this point, we've covered everything for this pair of dolls. If you have any questions during the process, don't hesitate to reach us via our website. Susan's Family, supporting your handwork experience, sharing the joy of life. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.